Something electric is stirring deep in Panther Nation. A storm is building that could change everything this season. New stars are rising, fierce battles are ending, and the future of the Panthers is taking shape right before our eyes. You don't want to blink because every moment counts. Stay locked in as I break down the real stories from training camp and preseason that every true fan needs to know. Let's go, Panther fans, listen up. Big news is coming straight from the heart of training camp, and it's firing up the excitement like never before. We're heading into week 2 of preseason in Houston, and the energy is through the roof. Let me take you inside everything that's happening, the good, the surprising, and what you must watch closely. First, let's talk about Jalen Coker. This guy, known by fans as Coke Zero, is making serious waves. At practice today, he caught some jaw-dropping passes. One was so smooth, so slick, it reminded me of the legends. It was that kind of catch that makes you stop and say, wow, this kid's got something special. He's not just showing skill, he's showing style, speed, and heart. The way he's playing, you can't help but get hyped for what he'll bring to the field this season. Then there's X. You might not have known this, but he put in some serious boxing work this offseason. And man, did it show on Friday night. The way he moved, fought, and stayed tough, it was clear those workouts paid off. He didn't just play, he dominated. You can tell this guy is ready to bring that same fire every game. But like always, football isn't just glory, it's also about the risks. Robert Hunt took a hard hit and suffered a slight ankle injury. It wasn't terrible, no emergency cart needed, but it made everyone hold their breath for a moment. Our linemen are the backbone of this team, and seeing one go down is always scary. We're watching closely because the start of the season is right around the corner, and we need our guys healthy. Speaking of health, there's great news on Hunter Refro. After battling a hamstring issue, he's back in full pads and looking like a beast. Watching him in drills and one-on-one battles, it's clear he hasn't lost a step. He's ready to protect that defense and bring that energy on game day. That kind of comeback is exactly what the Panthers need. Now, about the kicking game, Ryan Fitzgerald had a tough day yesterday, making just 2 out of 5 field goals. Right now, Matthew Wright is pulling ahead in the kicking competition, and honestly, it's hard to see Fitzgerald catching up unless Wright slips badly. But hey, football is full of surprises, so I'm keeping an open mind. What do you think? Who's your pick for kicker? And here's a moment to celebrate. The fierce battle for the center position is finally decided. Coach Canal officially announced Austin Corbett as the starter. This is huge because the center is the heart of the offensive line. Corbett stepping up means the Panthers now have stability in the middle, which can make a big difference this season. So, Panther fans, get ready. The pieces are falling into place. The rookies are shining, the vets are pushing hard, and the team is getting sharper by the day. The road to the season is just beginning, and this is the real story behind the headlines. Now, I want to hear from you. How confident are you in this Panthers squad right now? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get this conversation going. Are we on the path to greatness, or is there still work to do? Sound off below. All right, Panther Nation, the moment everyone has been waiting for, the center position battle is officially settled. Coach Cannell stepped up and made it clear Austin Corbett is the starter. He said this decision wasn't rushed. With the joint practice and the preseason game coming up in Houston, the timing was perfect to lock it in. According to Coach, this move gives Bryce Young more chances to get comfortable with the starting center, and that's huge for the offense. Coach Kennels also praised the competition, saying it was really close. Both Austin Corbett and Cade Mazais pushed each other hard, and that battle brought out their best. But in the end, Corbett's leadership gave him the edge. He believes Corbett's experience and calm in the huddle will help the whole team stay steady under pressure. Now, here's where I gotta be real with you. I don't totally agree. Personally, I was rooting for Cade Mazais to get the starting job. I think he's got the grit and potential to really shine. A lot of you might feel the same way. But hey, this is Coach Cannell's call, and he knows Bryce Young better than anyone. If this choice means wins and progress, then I'm here for it. Still, deep down, I'd have picked Mazais. That's just my take. And hey, who knows? Maybe one day I'll be in the Panthers front office making calls like this myself. I'm putting it out there. I'm speaking it into existence. Whether as a reporter, scout, analyst, or even part of the general management, I'm coming for that role. So mark this day, August 12th, 2025, because if I end up there, you'll know I said it first. But let's switch gears to some big news from Dan Orlovsky, a trusted voice among football analysts. Dan dropped a fascinating list, his top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL ranked by their pocket presence. This isn't just about throwing power or accuracy. It's about who truly owns the pocket, who stays calm, moves smart, and dodges pressure when it counts. Here's the lineup. Joe Burrow leads the pack, followed by Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and CJ Stroud. And guess what? Bryce Young made the list too, right there at number 9. That shocked me as much as it probably shocked you, but it's the kind of recognition Bryce deserves. Dan said Bryce had his ups and downs in his first 2 seasons, but he loves how Bryce handles pressure and progresses through his reads inside the pocket. Dan pointed out that Bryce's footwork and ability to avoid rushers helped him finish last season strong. When you watch the tape, you see it. Bryce moves with purpose. He senses danger, and he often escapes when defenders are closing in. Now, sure, Bryce sometimes holds onto the ball too long, and yeah, he's taken some sacks that could have been avoided. But his pocket presence? It's better than a lot of quarterbacks out there. This skill could be a game changer as he keeps growing and learning. So, Panther fans, what do you think? Was the center decision the right call? And how do you feel about Bryce Young getting respect on that top 10 pocket presence list? Drop your thoughts below. Let's get the debate going. Your voice matters. All right, let's get real about Bryce Young's journey in the pocket. You can't deny he's faced some brutal pressure. In his rookie year, he got sacked a staggering 63 times. Now, I'm not saying all those sacks were his fault, far from it. The offensive line struggled, and Bryce had to fight hard just to stay alive. Even last year, he still got sacked 29 times, and again, that's not all on him. Here's the thing, despite those numbers, Bryce's pocket presence is impressive, really impressive. For a smaller quarterback, he shows a rare kind of awareness. Yes, I know, I hate bringing up his height because football should be about skill, not inches. But honestly, that's part of why he's so smart in the pocket. Bryce knows he's not the tallest guy out there, so he's had to develop a sharp, almost instinctive sense of when the pocket is closing in. He feels it early, knows when to escape, and when to scramble. That hunger to outsmart defenders comes from his need to survive. Opponents try to bully him, pressure him, and force mistakes, but Bryce has learned to stay calm and sharp. It's that kind of mental game that puts him in the top 10 for pocket presence, in my opinion. Now, here's the cold, hard truth. Some people just won't give Bryce the respect he deserves. Why? Because he plays for the Carolina Panthers. If he were on a bigger market team or a playoff contender, the conversation would be very different. It's a tough reality in football. Your team colors can shape how the world sees you, no matter how good you are. Look at Joe Burrow last year. Some didn't even have him in the MVP talks because Cincinnati's defense was so bad. But Burrow? He was balling out every single game. The team around you sometimes clouds the spotlight, but Bryce's talent shines through if you watch the tape carefully. Before we jump into what you all are saying in the comments, here's a little something fun. Today's Panther freeze frame. Check out this priceless moment. Bryce Young looking at X with a smile so big it melts your heart. This photo says everything. It's like when you're talking to your best friend and they're pretending to ignore you, but you just keep smiling, ready to annoy them anyway. It's wholesome, funny, and totally meme-worthy. All right, Panther Nation, now it's your turn. I want to hear your truth. What do you really think about Bryce's pocket presence? Who should start at center? Drop your hottest takes in the comments below because we're about to have a serious talk this week. And just to kick things off, here's the first comment from None Your Damn Business 9392. He says the pass came out early and that the quarterback's gotta be ready for that, especially when the game's on the line. What do you think? Agree or disagree? Let me know. Do you like this personality? All right, Panther family, let's break down some fan reactions that are straight fire. First up, there's this hot take about that tricky pass Bryce threw to T-Mac in the end zone. You remember the one, T-Mac ran a sharp double move into a slant, but the ball came out a little early and just slipped off his fingertips. Yeah, the pass was early, no doubt, and T-Mac could have turned his head faster, sure. But here's the thing, I'm confident T-Mac will be ready for that kind of throw next time. This is football. These little moments happen, and the team will learn and get better. Now, check this out. Michael McCoy 7,592 hit us with a truth bomb. Everyone's hating on the Panthers like we suck. Man, I feel that. There's definitely some jealousy out there. But trust me, as soon as we start racking up wins and looking like real contenders, those haters will jump on the bandwagon faster than you can say Panther pride. It's all part of the game, and honestly, I'm ready for it. Next, shout out to Ms. Rand Douglas, who said, Leggett, LOL. Love the content. Now, I gotta be honest with y'all. This one's funny because of something we've been arguing about since day one. How to say Xavier Leggett's name. When I took over this channel back in April, I was saying it one way, Leggett, and fans corrected me like crazy, telling me it's leg. I even found a video of Xavier saying it himself, sounding like Leggett. So I thought, cool, I got it right. But guess what? Now some of you are saying the way I'm saying it now is wrong again. You want it pronounced leg. And honestly, I'm done trying to please everyone. I grew up in Charleston, South Carolina, with family roots nearby, and I'm sticking with how I say it. Xavier Leggett, Leggett, leg, call him whatever you want, but I'm saying it my way. It's hilarious, though. This whole name debate just shows how passionate and intense Panther Nation is. We care deeply, and sometimes the passion leads to funny moments like this. But I'm not backing down. All right, Panthers and Pantherettes, that's a wrap for today's episode. If you enjoyed this deep dive into camp updates and fan talk, smash that like button, share it with your fellow fans, and drop your thoughts below. I want to hear what you think about Jalen Coker's new nickname, Coke Zero. What about the center battle, Austin Corbett or Cade Mazeyes? And do you believe Bryce Young deserves to be top 10 in the NFL for pocket presence? I'm just a skinny guy with big dreams and two T's, bringing you the real Panther pulse. So don't hold back, comment below, let's talk, and as always, keep pounding, Panther Nation. Peace out, and catch you next time.